Nikiwaambia hii ni uchawi or something like cult, mnasema oh anga this, oh anga robbery with violence. Now listen to this lady, how she met John and how she ended up in the room. Were it not for Starlet, probably John would never have been brought to book. Mi yangu, I narrate to people wanaona ni kama ni movie. On 27th of October 2023, I met John via Gigi app. I was selling a Nikon camera online since I had some financial constraint and needed to pay my bills. I had rent of 2 months, so I urgently needed money. John called me and asked to meet me in town so he could buy the camera. I was relieved. At least my house would be opened. We met at Stage Mart Chap Chap just outside the supermarket. We talked for like 2 minutes and he looked at the camera, and shortly after I received a call that totally captured my full attention. My friend was delivering that same day and she had been rushed to emergency. The call took quite some time, and by this time John had started walking and subconsciously I followed him. Don't ask me why, I also don't know. We entered a building that I didn't identify at first and we went up to 5th floor. Still on phone, I came to my senses when we entered a room, a cheap hotel room. I immediately hung up and started questioning why we were in a room. The guy became violent and grabbed my hair and forcefully kissed me. I realized I'm in danger and asked him if I could use the toilet. On the table, there was a quarter bottle of Hunters, a carrier bag that I later found out contained a knife and a rope. Anyway, he refused for me to use the toilet. He then called out the name G. This was the friend alikuwa amejificha kwa choo. He then asked him to hand him the dagger. After being handed the knife, he ordered me to take off all my clothes and lie on the bed. He then tied me with ropes and demanded my phone, security passcode, and M-Pesa PIN. I had around 10K that I was about to pay rent the very day. They asked for my ID number, then loan more money from loan apps, KCB, M-Pesa, and Fuliza. G went downstairs and withdrew the money. It was around 40K. On coming back, they now asked me to call my friends and ask for money, and when I hesitated, they threatened to stab me, rape me, and leave me for dead. I, however, complied and called friends for money. They transferred the money that was sent to their number. This was now around 5:30 p.m. I met John at around 4 p.m. So by this time, the two were afraid that people would start checking in the rooms, so they got away with whatever amount they had gotten. They now told me because I obeyed their instructions, they were not going to harm me. They tied my hands, sealed my mouth with a tape, and remember this whole time, my feet are also tied. So they left and locked me in the room. I managed to untie myself after 30 minutes and banged the door so loud so the reception could hear. The guard came and looked for a spare key to the room, which took about 1 hour. The door was open and I narrated the ordeal to the staff. The receptionist admitted to check in the two men and they didn't give any identification. What baffled the receptionist was why are two men checking in a hotel room. So, anyway, they got away with 45,000 Kenyan shilling, a silver chain, the Nikon camera, and my watch and my phone. It was a horrifying experience. I just want him to pay for the hurt he has caused to so many women, and most especially for taking Wahu's life. She paid the ultimate price. You see, I made a post on 28th informing my followers about the incident.